Anypoint platform gateway, flex gateway, cache miss. Here you can see cache miss in flex gateway in Anypoint platform gateway. In cache miss scenario, the HTTP caching policy checks whether a response to the submitted request is already cached. Request reaches the backend and the process is initiated only when it's cache miss. The diagram illustrates the flow of events that occur in this scenario. One, the client user send a request to API. To the request proceed through the other policies on the policy chain before reaching the HTTP caching policy. 3. The HTTP caching policy checked if the request is already in the object store. If not, cache miss process is initiated. 4. The request continues throughout the chain of other remaining policies. 5. The request reaches the backend and completes all required processing. 6. Backend response travels back through the policy chain. 7. Response reaches the HTTP caching policy. 8. Caching hits the object store again and attempts to save the key of the request for later reuse. Response continues through the remaining policies in the policy chain. Response is returned to the client. Here you can see client is connected to policy A and policy A is connected to caching policy, and caching policy interacts with the object store here, and caching policy A is connected to policy B here, and the policy A, caching policy, and policy B are in API gateway, and policy B is connected to backend, and then backend is connected to policy B, and policy B is connected to caching policy, and caching policy interacts with the object store, and caching policy is connected to policy A. Here the caching policy, here the API gateway, backend, and object store are in runtime, and policy A is connected to client. Now this is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for watching it.